Oh. Not again. Not this place. Hello, welcome to Prison Architect. So, I've been doing a lot of research, a lot of communication with people who might know what they're talking about. However, the jury's still out for the most part. So, I had a couple of questions at the end of yesterday. I basically asked, firstly, is there any functional difference between minimum security and super maximum security prisoners when we're playing in Legendary only mode? I posed that question to many, many people. People who have many more hours in me on many different formats, many different places. And they all gave me the same answer. And that is, no, there's no difference. And then I said the following thing. How sure are you on a scale of 1 to 10? On average, they're about 6 sure. Which really doesn't fucking help. I asked a lot of people this question exactly like that. Are you sure on a scale of 1 to 10? A 6 does not inspire much confidence. But here we are. One of the things that I did see, and I don't remember who said it. I think it was Sydney, so it's probably wrong. He said that minimum security prisoners, when we've got gang warfare enabled, are more likely to be just regular gang members. And then at the higher levels, they're more likely to be tougher gang members, like higher tier gang members. I don't entirely know. But for the most part, I think I'm just settled on us taking the strongest of the strong prisoners. You know, sure, maybe minimum security won't kick off so frequently. Maybe they won't get into so much trouble. Maybe the gang members are weaker. But when it all kicks off, it's not going to make any difference. They're still extremely strong, extremely tough, extremely stoical, fearless, whatever else. The same as the Supermax prisoners. So we might as well just go all in, take the payment up front. Turns out there is a variable amount of cash with each prisoner as well. I thought, and somebody did say, that all the prisoners are worth the same amount in the prison. But it turns out that's not actually true. The wiki says somewhere between, I think it says somewhere between 100 and 300 a day, depending on the prisoner. Something like that. Now, because they're all legendary, I assume that's all to the highest amount, but we'll see how it goes. We might as well, and I have enabled legendary prisoners there too. No reason not to. What about criminally insane? Do we get criminally insane prisoners? Because they're 3,000 apiece. But the only problem, I guess, with criminally insane is you have to make sure they're not agitated. Because if they do get agitated and they're legendary, they're going to bulldoze everything far more consistently. Like regular prisoners, when we've got them suppressed, that's all we've got to do is ensure we're meeting their needs, and we're pretty much good at that point. But for the criminally insane, we need to make sure we've got enough psychologists, which is going to take up a massive amount of room. We'll talk more about that later. So, policy then. Let's go to, I mean, shit, is there any way I could just say, like, so parole, this is when they can have their parole. We'll say you can have parole at 50% of your sentence. And then we'll take Supermax. We're not going to take anyone else besides Supermax. Meal variety, high. Meal quantity, high. Give them what they want. Genuinely give them what they want. Fuck it. We might as well just try and keep them as happy as possible. I've set this up so that nothing changes. If they do commit any crime, I mean, I don't want to start searching them necessarily, because all it takes is one person to kick off, and then you've got 2/3 of the prison kicking off because they're all in bloody gangs. So there was a mod suggested as well, a kind of gang sorting mod, where depending on what gang they're in, they're given different levels, like minimum security, medium security, maximum security. Again, it won't make any difference because they're all legendary anyway. That we could throw them in different areas of the prison, but that also kind of defeats the point of playing gangs only mode, eh? So we're not gonna do that for the time being unless it becomes quite literally unbearable. We've got 3 grants active too. This one probably gonna put a big cross through that, but this one was fairly relevant. Tasers, obviously body armor, but build a CCTV monitor, get the CCTV cameras down, get the money in, use that to probably expand the farm. I want to get enough corn to pay for the guards' salaries. So that's going to be the goal there, in theory. Expand the corn farm out enough so that we should be able to make enough money from it to always be able to have enough guards. On the subject of that, I've hired enough snipers so that every sniper tower has a sniper in at all times, even if one wants to take a break, which I believe right now, where do they take a break? Like the armory? Yeah, there you go. You see there's one on break right now, but all the other sniper towers are still filled. We've got 5 sniper towers down right now, so I think we'll see how it goes. And we'll try and take this a bit slower, and we'll see what works for us and what doesn't, ultimately. We'll see where the problems lie. We'll see if, you know, maybe it requires a bit of cell upgrade. Although all the cells are the best quality possible, aren't they now? Let's go logistics room quality. Yeah, they are. We literally can't do any better with that. If we put a soft pillow down, it gives it another +1, but it only goes up to 15, so who really cares? Yard is 10 out of 10. Classroom's 10 out of 10. Canteen is 10 out of 10 as well. Yeah, I can't build a better prison, literally, at this point. With the exception of security and logistics, you know, maybe doing some things slightly different with that. We need to hire more guards. I think that's the sensible thing to do to start off with here. Just guards that maybe are on patrol routes, guards that we maybe just have deployed at all times. So let's hire another armed guard, and then let's go, like... Depending on one legendary prisoner can bulldoze at least... I mean, in my experience, at least a dozen guards. Let's go up to 50. We've got armed guards set to free fire, so it should be fairly easy to bring them down. But none of these guards have completed taser training or anything yet either. Let's go up to 75. Well, 76. Fuck it. And let's put them on the patrol routes too. Okay. So let's put like... Let's look for holes in the patrol route here. Let's go like a little bit like that. That's looking pretty good. There we go. Very nice. When we get tasers active, it won't be so difficult. I mean, as we found out in our escape attempts, even extremely... Why can't I assign guards to that blue route there? Oh, to that white route. Maybe you can't. That's just where it overlaps, right? As we found out during our escape attempts, being extremely tough will still not stop a taser if you've got enough guards with tasers. And in this case, we have 75 of the fuckers. So we should be good with that amount, I'm hoping. So that looks pretty good for patrols. Let's throw another one down there. Yeah, I mean, we've pretty much got all our bases covered. And then we'll assign guards just regularly to certain areas. So I think a few more in there, couldn't hurt. Oh my god, look at them. I mean, the kitchen is really going to be the big issue for the most part, I would assume. Throw a couple in visitation. Let's throw one in the infirmary. Let's throw a couple in the workshop, a couple in the classroom, one in the mailroom. 2 in the mailroom. Okay. We've still got 50 guards available. Or around 30 guards available there too. Okay. This could be a much better number, but again, we'll see how it goes ultimately. 47 prisoners have been unnecessarily searched. So ideally, as long as we can get through this first little bit now where they aren't fucking us around, we should be good. Somebody said in the information screen, if we go to intelligence and informants, ones with like 3 circles around them are the gang leaders, somebody said. But I mean, I think we'll wait for, I think we'll wait for them to be separated out a little bit, right? It's a little bit of a mess to start off with. Now we'll wait for things to equalize out a little bit, right? We'll let these guys get put into their cells. We'll let things chill, you know, after we've kind of searched them. Look at the well treated. That's going up quite fast. Now what have I got in terms of their schedule? Lots of work free time. Couple of hours of yard. 1 hour of lockup before they sleep. We could set that just to free time as well. Give them as much free time as possible. The problem with that is they could be more likely to cause problems. Lockup, though, I think will restrict their freedom a little bit too much. I want to expand out visitation, because we're not going to get enough here. We're not going to be able to fulfill enough visitation for our prisoners, right? What about parole? Did I build parole? No, we haven't done parole quite yet, so I think that could be the next thing to really crack out here. I mean, look, they're super max, so parole is not high priority. But if we put parole back here, that way they can't get into any of the staff members. They can't really break out. And if we put another perimeter wall through there too, there's pretty much nowhere they can go, right? So I think all this can be parole. You might also notice around the edges of the map as well, I've tried to put down some extra walls to kind of act as a bit more of a deterrent. So we've got this here. Look at the danger level. Actually quite low. It's kicking off already. Right, what's going on? Gangs? It's gang warfare. Okay, it's already kicking off. Okay, so what do we do about that is the first question. They've already grabbed the keys. They're not going to get anywhere with keys. We know that. What am I supposed to do to stop this? Not a lot. Because when the gangs start fighting, they don't get... Like, there's 3 snipers in this area looking down on them. We've got armed guards there too. Obviously, they're not deterred by the fact that they will be shot. Man, this is... Maybe I should get that prison sorter. He surrendered. Well, that's very kind of him. The snipers are doing a fucking bang-up job. Literally. Oh, man. Yeah, it's a riot. It's a full-on riot. I don't know how we're supposed to contain this, to be honest with you. I feel like gang warfare, as ridiculous as it is, as fun as it is, there's no way in hell we can have a serious prison with that on, right? Can we? Is there any way to do that? Before I Okay. Why don't we try separating the gang members out into separate blocks then? Why don't we take this, clone it, move it over, build 3 of them, get the gang members into separate blocks. That way, if they do break out, there could still be riots. There is still tension there as long as we keep them separate. This is never going to work. I feel like trying to keep them all in one unit is just never going to happen. The only problem with that is, what if we get, like, 40 people from one gang, 20 from the other, 10 from another? Then we're going to have loads of... We're going to have no room for them. Okay, experiment 1, massive failure. Really is just completely fucked. We're basically going to have a hard reset on the prison again, because look, we've still got plenty of guards. Yeah, we've just completely wiped out all of our prisoners. We actually won, though. That's the important thing. We've still got 52 guards left. There's only 48 prisoners. Somehow we managed to nail that. I say with 64 deaths. Wow. Okay. So not perfect, but it could have gone a lot worse. The riot, we didn't even have to bring in the riot police. That's the important thing to note. And say they're all legendary prisoners, I'm not too upset about that. So we lost 40 regular guards and 5 armed guards. Let's get those guys back in service. Let's bring in... Let's take us up to 50. Let's take us up to 50. I figured this was probably a necessary evil. There you go. 1 morgue. Problem solved. Good shit. And now we can start hauling all the guards out there ready to be put on a hearse. So they died with dignity. That guy's still alive. In a sea of bodies. Holy shit. It's taking a long time to tidy this up, by the way. It's taking fucking ages. Why are they not... What are the guards doing right now? It is guards that move bodies onto the hearses, right? Doctors? No, that's just to the morgue. Why are none of these bodies being cleared up? Because the guards are on patrol. The guards are on patrol, and patrolling guards count as... I remember, yes, that extremely terrible design choice where guards on patrol count as guards that are actually free. Unbelievable. Right, try that. Now let's see if the prison gets cleared up a bit quicker. Let's get these boys trained with tasers before we get some more prisoners into this prison. I think the last thing we need is the guards not being able to defend themselves as adequately as is necessary. Maybe we should just take in like 10 Supermax prisoners, see how that goes. Then after... There's no point mopping around the bloody body, is there, you fools? I love that that's all it takes, just an hour in a classroom. You now know how to use a taser. 92% passed. Okay, good shit. It's going to cost us a fortune in equipment, but... Or not. Or it doesn't matter. Oh no, they actually got him. That time it only took us 11 guards. Fuck. What have I signed up for? Just want to be a corn farmer. Just want to farm corn and eat the corn. Taste the corn. Love the corn. Instead, I've got, rather than slabs of corn, slabs of bodies. More armed guards. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. Maybe that's where I fucked this up. Maybe it's the fact that I've got, you know, lots of regular old prison guards and not enough fucking armed units. Okay, here's the plan. Here's the plan. Here's the plan. Right, we're gonna go 1, 2, or not. We're gonna go 1. I can't afford it. I just checked the map settings. We still have gang warfare turned off. Obviously, I turned it back on yesterday for a little bit, but then I turned it back off. And I forgot I turned it back off. We are still getting gang members turn up, obviously. But... turns out it was a lot easier than... Okay, let's not say a lot easier. But it turns out that it was more manageable than I actually anticipated. It turns out that difficulty that I thought we were having in addition to the already ridiculous difficulty was not actually there. It wasn't only gang members. We get the occasional gang members causing big old riots, but we do have just normal prisoners. Which means, holy shit, if we can't even handle a full-on prisoner legendary prisoners, what the fuck do I do now? There's only... I think we need to go back to the drawing board entirely. What I mean by that is I think we need to never have more than one prisoner mingling at once. So I'm thinking a complete reassessment of everything. With this prison, the plan was keep them happy, keep them suppressed, deal with the occasional riot, as deadly and as lethal as that would be, but hopefully keep them so luxurious that that wouldn't be a problem. And unfortunately, it's still a fucking problem. So I have an idea. I don't know if I'm allowed to sell this place, to be honest with you, because of everything. What do I sell my prison? I don't even remember anymore. I've lost my mind. I've only got 33 prisoners and they're rioting again. Insanity. This was a bad idea. This would suit a regular, maybe maximum security prison. Maybe even super maximum security could be fulfilled by this. Legendary? No. Doesn't work. It does not work. Ah, what a lovely town. Here we go. Right, let's try this again, shall we? So I have a very specific set of ideas for this one. I don't know that this is going to work. This is going to be highly experimental. What I'm thinking is we don't build a prison per... and have multiple prisoners in the same prison. We need to build a mini prison for each prisoner. The very bare minimum of room size. Those luxury cells that we had, on each one, we give them a private dining room. On each one, we give them a private yard. And then we leave it there. And then we tile that out. And then that way, you don't need a big centralized canteen. You don't need a big yard. They don't need to ever leave their cells. You just keep them in lockup forever. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it's madness. Maybe it's Maybelline. Let's see what happens. So first thing to do then is do our usual thing of planning out the luxury cell. I believe 6x6 should fit everything we need in, assuming... Actually, is it 6x6? I don't know. We'll try it anyway. First big mistake I made with the last one was assuming that we could get some prisoners in and use the funds to upgrade rooms retroactively. I think that was a bad idea, and I think that resulted in a lot more pain than it needed to. So let's start with the best cell possible as early as possible. Oh, for God's sake, I forgot to turn off the intake. Okay. Okay, don't worry, I'll deal with it. Okay, there we are. 15 out of 15. And because it's only... We didn't build it to the biggest size there, the 16 squares, but it still works fine. Means that we can fit in, obviously, more cells and stuff like that. So let's get to work on making sure that's all powered at this point. Okay. Here's the plan. Very strong. What do you mean not enclosed? Surrounded by walls and doors. Enclosed, surrounded by what? Sir, that looks very fucking enclosed to me. Surrounded by walls and doors. Oh. What? Oh. Because of the... Okay, well, the block below the toilet apparently isn't it. Which is why none of these technically count as cells quite yet. But there you go. So it's not going to be the biggest capacity prison in the world. Is it going to be the safest? Maybe. Maybe. We'll just see how it goes. Luckily, the shapes can also oscillate together pretty decently. We could even make the canteen a block larger. Just so that we can get, just so we're using up a bit more of that dead space there. It doesn't really matter, though, ultimately. I think it'd be kind of good to have the kitchen outside of the walls. So that way we can take them food, and especially if we get like an airlock system in this first area. So like, I don't know, 3 sets of remote doors or something with snipers everywhere too, just to deliver the food. That seems like it could be overkill, but it also seems like it would be incredible. So let's throw down a custom room, actually. I'm trying to use these a bit more because the quick build rooms just don't really fit anywhere very well. So let's throw down something like that. Try and leave a block either side relatively free, so we've got plenty of space to maneuver around in. We'll throw down a deliveries, garbage, storage area, I guess somewhere over here. Now, they're not going to get visitation, but to be honest, they're legendary prisoners. There's an argument for them not deserving visitation. Let's get those wired up. There we are. Okay, so now all we need is just some cooks, and we've got pretty much everything we need to open the doors. I think we could have a complete lockdown schedule, like always lockdown, because they can do everything they could ever need to do in their life in their cells, So I don't think we need to worry about that too much. If we run the pipes outside of the room too, just to make it a little less easy for them to tunnel out, I think that's probably not a terrible idea. There we are. Go do something like that, and then just connect it where it's necessary. As we pattern this through the base, as we get more cash to actually be able to pattern it through the base, we'll obviously expand that out as we go. I like this. I'm not even sure this idea is going to work. I'm not even sure the canteen system, with the way I've got it laid out, can operate like this. But we'll fucking go. Why not? Okay. So we'll sort out laundry and everything in a minute. We've only got a couple of guards right now. Let's go to the scheduler and set that to just pure lockup. Lockup, shower, lockup, eat, lockup, eat. What if we set that to yard? What if we set this back here to a yard? Is it too small? 5x5. Ooh, okay. I don't think it'll matter. They should still be able to use it, right? They can get out there whenever they want. That might be a problem. How big a problem is it? Because if we bring that up to there, that up to there, they can still get by on this angle. So we might need to expand that out so it's a slightly larger area to count as a yard, but it also might not matter at all. We'll see if their needs are met first before I start redoing everything. Yeah. Okay, let's bring them in. So let's go prisoners, intake, and then we'll go legendary and supermax, take those away, and fill capacity. Next intake is 1. What? Oh. Oh, right, there's no supermax available yet. Okay, well, give them time. We'll take the 1 legendary prisoner for 15k. There he goes. Welcome. Welcome to my prison. Enjoy your life here. Nobody ever leaves. So can he actually go through into the other area is the real question. We could just lock it open. Or we could lock that open. Look, the canteen's working. Oh, shit. Eat. We haven't got any cooks, though. I couldn't afford them. Yeah, we still can't afford a cook. I'm going to have to fire someone. We don't need that many workers when we haven't got any real call for them. It's daily budget. Oh, there we go. Nice. Okay, get to work. And he's taking that over to the prisoner's cell. Okay. And then we should really put that on a remote door. There's your food. Too late. He's now hungry, even though there's food sat right there. Okay, so those need to be set up to remote doors then, don't they? Or servos or something like that. Oh, shit, we got another 10 prisoners turning up. So he's complaining about hygiene. So quite clearly that is not working as intended. We could bring the shower into... Let's try that out, actually. Let's bring that and the drain into here. See if that old method works. Last time we tried it, it didn't. But that might have been something else conflicting with it. Let's see if we do that. Open door? You're not gonna reinstall that one, no? Fucking idiots. Hey! Right, okay. Open door. There we are. Why did you go through there rather than the remote door? Okay, no idea. Doesn't really matter. Oh, there you go. Works now. Okay, right. So I'll go ahead and reinstall all of these. Kind of wish I'd have tested it with 1 prisoner, but, you know. Last time we tried it, it didn't work, so I was fairly confident it wouldn't work. Might have been just a mod conflict or something, I don't know. He's already trashing the pro... Why is he doing that? Like, what has possessed you to do that? Okay, he's broken his way out immediately. First guard's dead. How? We could just let him go. Just fucking let him go. Why has he done that? What possessed him? To decide, you know what? Now's my time. I guess the lack of guards is probably... So with that spare area, we could put like a sniper tower. That would kind of work. The only problem is we're going to have to expand, I think, the perimeter walls to increase the size of the yard, aren't we? We're going to have to go like that. I might as well just bite the bullet and actually give them that free time. That might be why he also rebelled, because he didn't get to go outside and do any sort of exercise. Fucking really? Oh, they're all just leaving. They're quite literally all just leaving. Oh, that's fine. Honestly, let yourself out. No, it's fine. It's okay. There's very much a flaw in the system. And that is quite simply, you can't hire enough guards to counteract the prisoners until you've got enough prisoners so that the guards don't exceed the daily budget. Does that make sense? I would be more than happy to get myself in a shitload of debt right now to be able to hire enough armed guards to deal with the prisoners in the event that something goes wrong. But we just can't do it. Like, there's a limit to how many staff you can have in. And you can only raise that limit by bringing in more prisoners than your staff can handle. It's a little bit flawed. It's a little bit of a flawed system, isn't it? Why are they... There's a door with a fucking... Go through the... They could go through the fucking... I mean, we might as well take that solitary door off. We might as well take that door away, because the guards would just escort them in anyway, right? So fuck it. Look, even the workmen are doing... What is wrong with them? We might as well just dump all the doors, or dismantle all the doors and sell them, and replace it with a brick wall, because that's about as fucking useful as it's going to be. Before anybody asks, yes, there is a guard stationed. They're just not going through the doors correctly. For whatever fucking reason. So concrete it over. Sodom. There you go. Boom. Hey, look, working perfectly fine now. Crazy. Who would have guessed? I'm so angry at them. Right, okay. So yard. Let's throw that down. We could also put a telephone in there too. Minimum size 5 by fucking 5. Is that 4 by... It's 4 by 4. We've got to make it a block bigger. Now, that will completely interrupt the flow of traffic though, won't it? No, but it will give each cell... Yes, it will. Okay. That's quite annoying. We could expand it out this way? Nope, that won't work either. Okay, back to the drawing board. Okay, attempt number 2. So we've got actual kind of cells now. Very, very lovely. Although they're such lovely, incredible cells. So what we're going to do is bring in 5 people. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to spend all the money that we get from those 5 people on guards. Because, again, it's about daily cash flow, not fucking... Not your actual cash flow. You can't, like, go into debt hiring guards, which is a strange system, but here we are. I suppose, practically, you wouldn't actually need it, but we've got this ridiculous playthrough, so let's do something like that, see if we actually get some people turning up. Right, okay, so dead space, then. Shit up here we can use as, I don't know, crop farming. Would make a lot of sense to do that. These cells we can eventually oscillate out, so we can slot like this bit down here, leave a bit of a gap, and rinse and repeat up the side like we were doing in the last one, but I want to see that this actually fucking works first, which is why I'm only taking 5 people. A lot of these things about the game would be solved if the AI was just like a little tiny bit smarter. Look, a little tiny bit smarter, but they're all fucking idiots. They can't use weight benches outside through a door that they're allowed through unless it is specifically designated yard. The guards and the workmen and the cooks not dropping things off through the remote control door. They're actually standing outside waiting for someone to unlock it. It's just infuriating. Anyway, here we are. So, let's see how we get on with these guys. I've got a couple of cooks hired, but not many, because we're only going to have 5 prisoners. We haven't got any guards, because, again, we can't hire anymore. It's beyond our budget. So, we've just got to kind of hope this is enough. Hey, here they come. Hello, welcome, join us, welcome. The only thing I've had to do here is put a 10-block perimeter around the edge again so that they can't throw drugs over the walls if we are going to have the cells bashed right up against the wall like this. I mean, when we oscillate it out eventually, it probably won't matter too much. It'll only be like here, and then obviously we can do it out from there. But they would still, if we obviously pushed it any further back than this, would still be able to throw drugs over, especially because they got a phone booth in there. So, let's see if that's enough to keep them happy. Let's change this schedule then to pure lockup. I'm kind of annoyed that when they eat... Oh my god, seriously? Are you fucking kidding? It's been 2 seconds! I mean, they can't leave. That's the best part. Now that we've got it under control, they can't actually fucking leave. Problem is, I can't hire any extra guards because of our daily limit. Go. Let's just sink it all on guards. Get him. Right, we've actually got it back under control then. Nice. So I've set up a patrol route. We'll just put all of them on patrol up and down here. Just go. Just, sign guards. Just go. Get him. Kill him dead. We don't actually kill him dead. I do need the money. These prisoners pay your wages. That guy somehow got out. How did he get out? How did he get out? Tell me how he got out. Explain it. How did he get out? It's a remote control door. Either he climbed over the perimeter wall, or the fucking guy manning the door servo opened it up for him. Let him go. Let him go. Seriously, fucking let him go. Otherwise, he's going to kill everybody on his way out. Let him go. Goodbye. Right. Unbelievable. There's another one. I mean, this is just an optional prison. We've lost 2 already. They're impossible. Give me some snipers. Fuck it. Regular guards, friendship ended with. Give me some snipers. Goodbye. Unbelievable. Actually unbelievable. Go. All right. Exceeds daily budget. We can't even hire a fucking... Kill him! Shoot him! Shoot him! Oh, I'm at my limit with this game. Are you... He's punched the door down? Nope. He punched the servo. So if they punch the servo, they can go out of the remote door. Is that how that works? Is that how that works? You punch a servo and the door just fucking springs open? Oh my god. For yard time, they can go into anybody's yard. So how would we stop that? Okay, we'd run a corridor between each cell and we would designate it staff only. In fact, it should just be If I just do that, maybe that would stop them going in between each cell anyway. I have genuinely no idea. I have no idea. Oh, yeah. Right, it's alright, we've got snipers. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry, I'm spending $1,000 a day on snipers. Don't worry. Any second now. Any second now. Any second now. Right, no, I'm out. I'm done. Bye.